Okay, here we are.
Alright, I'm gonna be the bulls. Cause I'd be bush. I can't say stuff like that anymore.
No, you can't. I'm home because I'm in my home. What's good, everybody? Happy JFF Day. I don't know why it's JFF Day. We're recording a podcast. This is our first podcast for JFF, which is super exciting.
Where the hell's Lonzo Ball? What's up, JF, mother F? What's up, JFF?
Yeah, I'm here with Miguel, one of the JFFers, and we're playing 2K. You can't see it, but we're playing, and we just want to have a conversation and talk.
Ooh, like the All-Star game?
Yeah, I'm Team LeBron.
Dude.
No, let's not do that. That's
okay, I'll be the
Bulls.
Bulls.
Yeah, okay. When's the last time you played 2K?
Bro, I played 2K maybe 3 months ago when my friends were here for like Christmas time.
Low key,
or November, Christmas time. Ooh, Lonzo versus LaMelo.
Yeah, this will be fun. Bro. All right. Obviously,
start it off on the right foot. Obviously we haven't played.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm dead.
Yeah, if you're watching, this is our first podcast, like I said, and I'm very excited to do it with one of my boys, Miguel.
Yes, sir. What is this camera angle? All right,
Ellie. This is a new type of content that we're doing. We've been friends for like 6-7 years, which is pretty special, I think.
Honestly,
yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I mean, how many friends do you have that you keep up with on the regular that have like a?
Honestly, I can count them in what?
Let's go, baby.
I can count them in one hand, to be honest.
Yeah. So.
And you're for sure one of them.
Yeah, likewise.
You're welcome.
Stupid. It's a pretty special thing, I think. So, like I said, it was for me, it was really easy to be like, yeah, like, start the podcast. Oh my God, I wish you could see this, everybody. I'm slamming it on Miggy right now.
Miles Bridges is going crazy.
What? Oh my God.
Why am I getting worked right now?
Dude, this is gonna be really hard to focus on the podcast. It's okay. But yeah, so like I said, it was really easy to be like, yeah, I'm gonna have Miguel on for the first podcast that we're gonna do. Obviously, he's one of the core members, along with EJ and Jesse and Jeremiah.
Bro, what is happening?
It was really easy to basically be like, yeah, Miguel, let's do this podcast. Start it off and kick it off with me. Let's start something new, which is always really exciting. But another big kicker to why I wanted to start this podcast with you for the first time was the fact that you like making everything about you. You know what I mean? And so it just makes sense to, dude, this is...
Bro.
Is there anything else that you want to play? Because I know that this is probably not gonna...
I don't know what's happening right now.
I know what's happening. I'm spanking you.
Oh, dog. There's no way I'm playing this bad. What was your question?
I didn't ask a question.
You're saying it's all about myself?
I was saying this is easy for you. This is an easy thing to start with you because you want to make everything about yourself, and so we're.
True.
Yeah, we're making this. Dude, it's really hard to focus on a conversation piece and play.
Oh yeah, I read that.
Miggy, tell me a little bit about yourself, bro.
That's cool. I scored my first bucket, guys. Woo!
9-2, baby.
A little bit about myself. I was born in the Philippines. My mom
Wait, hold up.
grinded.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
24. Nice.
My mom grinded from the Philippines to get me and my sister here, and we've been here for like 15 years. Yeah, ever since I was 8. Or 16 years, yeah, ever since I was 8. And yeah, a little bit about myself.
What's your dad up to?
My real dad, or I don't know. I haven't seen him yet. I'm just kidding. No,
just saw him recently.
My real L1. My real dad lives in the East Coast, but my mom remarried, and they've been together for like 16 years. And so basically, I run my own little thrift business. So
what's your Instagram handle for that?
Brownmacklemore. Basically Macklemore, because he made that song Thrift Shop, and I'm brown. So that's literally
Super creative.
just Brownmacklemore. That's a good shot. Why? But yeah, man. I am a huge believer in like relationships, like friendships, building lifelong friends, and like I don't know, like just having fun, working hard. And I think my mom has imparted that into me and my sister.
For sure.
Just with how she was able to grind to come here and get us here. I definitely got to thank my mom for that work ethic that she's kind of instilled in me, and that's kind of just developed over the past few years. And that's transferred over to like my business and like working hard to keeping my friendship strong and like being like intentional with all that. And so I would say I'm someone that likes to have fun, make people laugh. I'm a people person, so like anything that I can do, let's say like entertaining people, making people laugh, providing clothes for people, helping people out, being someone that people can talk to, just whatever it is. I'm people based, people oriented. So I don't know, it's a little bit about myself. I don't know if that helped answer your question.
No, for sure. How so I'm kind of curious now at this point, and I mean I know who you are obviously, but there's also people that will watch this that don't know the full story of Miguel D. Patron. So I guess what's the no, bro, you can't. Dude,
cut this.
I'm sorry, artist. This is that's artist's seat. Yeah, people probably curious in general just about you and obviously me too. Your business. How long have you been doing it for?
Full time now, like right under a year. But
this is like your own business. Like you don't have a boss.
No, I'm my own boss.
So nice.
I legit pay myself, and yeah, nobody pays me, and that's what I kind of like about it. I legit won't make money doing it unless I'm putting in the work for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like I don't know. I love that kind of work. I work best under pressure, and so like it's like an everyday pressure of like, bro, I gotta find good stuff at the thrift to make money. So it's like a constant it's a constant thing.
What's a average schedule look like for you in your grind?
I have like a morning routine right now. So I'll wake up like 6-ish, from 6 to 6:30, anywhere between that, and then have coffee, and then
isn't that Breville coffee machine that you and I both have just like
so
life changing?
Like legit,
it's stupid.
I've only gone out to get coffee, I think 4 times.
It's
this year.
Really
legit.
Yeah, one of those who paid for mine. Thanks.
Yeah.
We have this thing where for our meetings, our internal meetings, if you're late, you basically have to like buy coffee for the people that are on time. And Miggy's late all the time, so it's nice.
But somehow I've only have had to pay for coffee one time.
Stupid.
I don't know how I get away with it, but it's the charm. All right.
All right. So your routine. So you wake up at 6:30, make your coffee. What else do you do?
I spend time with the Lord, a little Bible reading thing, and then I hit the thrift. Oh no, I hit the gym and then the thrift. Shot clock violation. And so then I do that every day, pretty much Monday to Friday, and so from like I say like 6:30 up until like 11. That's kind of like what takes up most of my time. But yeah, I thrift. I've been doing it for legit like right under a year, and I love it. I love it. I do like events. I sell online here and there.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it. I love it for sure.
What kind of got you into that realm of thrifting and selling vintage clothes, and even like I'm pretty sure I know this, but I'm actually genuinely curious. I'd say like 99% of your outfits are all thrifted, right?
100%.
Like, yeah. So why thrift? Why old people's clothes and 60s clothes and grimy stuff? You know what I mean? Like why? Just curious.
Well, it all started 2017. Back when, I don't know why it sounded like a freaking sad testimony. It all started 2017. No, but it all started, in like 2017, 2016 actually. I would kind of have people I watch on YouTube they'd have nice style and all these things, but it's always like stuff that they get at the mall, and they do like hauls from the mall and like designer stuff, and I could never afford it just because, like, first of all, I didn't get a job until senior year.
What was your first job?
It was Nordstrom Rack, and so it was,
so still in the clothing,
yeah,
right?
clothing, fashion, and that's why I wanted that job. What a pass!
That was beautiful.
Dude,
you caught up.
I know.
All right,
and so I wanted to just be able to achieve those same looks that I was seeing online and from like celebrities like Kanye, Justin Bieber, but I wanted to achieve it, but like I wanted to be able to afford it, and so I started going to the thrift, and I would like, I don't know, I would just obviously didn't have the same brand, but it had the same look that I was going for, and that's what really mattered. And so yeah, I think that's what kind of kick-started it. And obviously I had other jobs here and there. I worked at restaurants for multiple years, and then I worked at the church doing video stuff during quarantine, and then basically I was just like, I really didn't enjoy making videos as a job. I like making videos for fun, or should I say like editing. I like editing for fun. And so like when it feels like a job, it's not that enjoyable for me. And so then I quit not really knowing what direction I was going to go into. And then I relied, or like I fell back on like what really was like one of my first loves and passion, which was like fashion and clothes. And so I started thrifting consistently again. And then eventually it just like kind of just all panned out together to where I ran into a mutual friend that I worked with at Nordstrom Rack, actually, and I ran into him at the thrift. A
coworker or just some random?
He was an old coworker of mine at Nordstrom Rack.
Oh, okay, got it.
He apparently he was doing the same thrifting business, and so we saw each other like, "Yo, bro, what?" And he was already a little bit like ahead of the game in terms of like he had already been.
He's
selling.
been established. He's been doing it for a little bit.
He was selling clothes already at swap meets, and he was selling online, and so I would go consistently to the thrift. And like he basically just, honestly, his name is Chris. I love that man. He kind of was just like, "Oh shoot, I was shooting free throws. I thought you were shooting free." He was basically just like, "Dude, why don't you just start selling in person? Like you'd kill it. You have a great personality, like, and you have a good eye for stuff, like, and you're finding cool stuff. Might as well just sell it, and like get paid for it in like a bigger scale than just posting it online here and there." But like selling it to like events and like people in person, you know. And so that was like March 2021, and so I haven't looked back since.
I love that. I think that's really cool.
Out of bounds.
Without going too crazy deep into it, yes or no, could you see yourself doing this for the rest of your life?
You know, that's a really good question.
Yeah.
But it's like I enjoy it. I make pretty solid amount of like money out of it, so it's like it would make sense to kind of do it, right? I for sure thought about it, like, and like, are you kind of like curious like what my plan is in 5 years, like the 5-year plan or 10-year plan? I don't know. So 1 year into it, I'm for sure like just always learning more about clothes and like eras of clothes and when it was made, like the kind of zippers and like different brands from like 50s, 60s, 70s, and like material and like all these things. So I'm still constantly always learning. But if I were to be honest, I don't know if, because I don't know, dude. I'm weird to where like I can't just be doing one thing. Like even now, like doing my business, like this is not the only thing I'm doing. I'm also posting on like TikTok, YouTube. I'm doing this with y'all. Like I can't just sit there and do one thing. Like that, you know me. That's not my personality. Like I have to always be doing other things. Just because like my mind just works in a weird way to where it's like if I'm stuck on doing one thing, like it feels like I'm in a box and I can't be in a box. And so like I have some ideas for sure to where I can expand the business from just selling it at swap meets in a little 10x10 space to making it like a
oh my god, why did I try that?
into making it into like a upscaling it to like a full-on like store.
Sure.
I don't want to say too much. I don't want people to take my business idea.
For sure.
But like the actual grind and like of like looking for clothes in bins and like reselling and waking up early for swap meets. I don't know if that technically is gonna be like something I'm gonna be doing 5-10 years from now, but I for sure see myself like owning a business, and maybe that's the field that I'm gonna step into. But yeah, there's other details within that I gotta kind of fill in, and like other ideas that I have around that. But for sure, like I think clothes will always be a part of me.
For sure.
And especially vintage clothes. Like I'm always gonna enjoy vintage clothes. That's a green. I'm always gonna enjoy vintage clothes, and so like even if I stop reselling, I'm always gonna still thrift, you know, because like it's just kind of been embedded into my soul, you know, like
right.
Like right now I can't even go to the mall and buy a brand new thing.
When's the last time you've been to the mall?
Bro, like to
By
buy
yourself.
something?
To buy something.
Bro,
like you were like, I'm gonna go to the mall.
Dude, I can't remember. Maybe when I bought like Doc Marten shoes, that was like a year and a half ago. I wanted to buy some new Doc Marten shoes.
Yeah.
And so the only thing that I would really feel comfortable paying for full price are shoes. And even now, like I haven't bought new shoes in like 8 months.
So you thrift your own shoes also?
Oh yeah. So like I have like 3 cowboy boots that I found at the thrift, and I love cowboy boots, especially with flare pants.
I think something really fun about what you do is that there's almost like, I mean, you don't know what it is, but there's a story behind those clothes and those boots.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like
someone died, so it's like always dope to be like, I wonder how they died.
For sure. All right. This is the way that he wants to go with it.
No. I know what you mean though.
Yeah. No, like it's cool. You know what I mean? It's like it's a fun little thing. Like, you know, who knows? It could have been John Wayne. Oh. John Wayne's cowboy boots. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, for sure.
You know, or like, you never know.
There's a story behind every clothing item.
I think that's really fun.
So it's always fun to just kind of like, I don't know, yeah, it is more than clothes, and it's always interesting, especially when you get like military stuff or like stuff from like the 50s, 60s,
sure.
Which I love finding, because it's like, how did they hold on to this stuff for so long? And so, yeah, there's always a story behind it, and so I think it's just cool, like, how did it get donated there, like random stuff from like Montana or like from all these other places where it's like, I don't know. It's just a big pool of friggin' stories and clothes, and yeah. So mall, not for me.
For sure. Kind of just sticking with your business and all that kind of stuff. Do you also do like thrift items for women?
Oh yeah.
Primarily like guy stuff.
No, dude. So that's a huge thing that I learned like early on in business, like in my business thing, to where it's like, bro, like, the real people that go to these events, bro, majority of the people that go to these events and swap meets are women. And so it's like, you can't just have guy stuff. You gotta have women stuff. And it's, to me, like, I don't have a lot of, like, compared to, like, all these other people that are super hyped, like, expensive t-shirts. Like, I have a little bit of those, but, like, I like to have stuff that people want to style. Not just throw on as like an expensive t-shirt, you know, like stuff that they can throw on for like a nice outfit, like a nice vintage blazer, a nice vintage button-up. Like, frick, I messed up. So like, yeah, I love finding women's pieces, because it's like, first of all, like, it brings diversity into my booth, and it brings like, my booth, my canopy is actually pink, and I have like a rug that I set out that's like this like Italian rug. That's like a maroon and super pretty, and especially with like the women's foul.
Okay. Me to something.
Especially with like the women's clothes that I thrift, like it's, I don't know, it all looks really pretty together. So if you're a woman and you like clothes, I got you.
So when you shop for, or not shop, when you thrift for, like, let's say a woman and you're looking at this shirt, do you like visualize a person and like, oh, all right, this might look good on her?
Let's relax. What? That's where we're gonna go with this question? No, like, I'll visualize like the outfits that someone can wear with it. Like,
But not like a certain somebody.
No! That's weird. Maybe. Just kidding. No, I think about like how someone could throw it on, how someone could pull it off. That's what I think about in all honesty. Like, because I know that's how I think when I thrift, when I shop. Like, how can I throw this on? Like, it like stretches my imagination and like my creativity.
For sure. No, that's cool. I think honestly, like if I were in that arena, I feel like that'd be the hardest thing, trying to find somebody of like the opposite gender. Their clothing, especially like for old school vintage like, clothes. I feel like it's a little bit more difficult. But I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm not involved in that field at all, even though I am wearing something that you did pick out for me.
Oh, yeah.
Which I love.
Thanks for supporting, sir.
Of course, absolutely.
How'd you make that?
Treyway.
Yeah, I think, like, for me, like, thrifting and fashion, like, it's just a great way to express, like, my creativity. Because to me, I look at fashion as just, like, or clothes is just way more than something you have to wear. And just because you have to wear clothes out, you know?
For sure.
To me, like, I like to create looks and create outfits and try things out, you know? And so, like, it's a creativity thing for me, so that's why it's super fun.
Yeah, I hear that. It's a good game. I wish people could see this.
I know.
What's been the easiest thing about, starting your own business and doing this thrift business? I feel like it's easy to answer that because obviously you get to do what you want to do. You're doing something that you really genuinely love doing and enjoy, and so it'd be easy to do that. But what are some other things that you find easy doing in your field of work?
So once I'm there, like, get out of here, it got ripped.
Do you find it easy to talk to people?
Yeah, so that's what I was saying
you gotta sell your product, obviously, and so that requires human interaction, which some people just genuinely hate.
Yeah,
or they're not good at it, which is, it's fine. You don't have to be great at everything, but I think in the field that you're in, you have to be really good at communicating, talking to people, selling something, but also not being weird about it.
Yeah, for sure. I think like that's what I think has come easy to me is selling in person, like, because a lot of the stuff, like, I see myself as like way more than just selling clothes. Like,
sure,
I myself is the brand. Are the brand, you know what I mean? I don't even know if I'm saying
I
get
what you're saying.
Like, I'm the brand.
You are the brand.
To where it's like, if I present myself in a certain way that's approachable, that's fun, and I create a fun environment, I'm singing, I'm dancing in my booth, which is all myself. Like, I'm not faking it. I'm not being somebody I'm not. Like, I like to just be myself when I'm selling clothes, because first of all, it makes my job so much more fun and like bearable. Like, it makes it like really, really enjoyable being able to just sing and dance and be myself and hang out with clients and customers. I don't know why I say clients, but like being able to just conversate with them and like hear a little bit of their story, hear why they're maybe at the swap meet, or sometimes there's people that are visiting from other countries and other states, and so just conversating is honestly has been one of my favorite parts of this job, just being able to talk to people. Just because it honestly does come easy to me. Mm-hmm. And I know you said like other people, it doesn't come easy to them. But for me, like, I enjoy it because it's like, it's something that I can do well. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, you definitely know yourself. I don't think you have an issue about that at all.
All right. Let's relax.
Is there like anybody that you're talking to, or...
I'm talking to you right now, man. I'm talking to you right now. What do you mean by talking to?
Valentine's Day was not that long ago, and I don't know if there was.
What's this guy talking about? All of a sudden, my palms are getting really sweaty. I'm not kidding.
Oh my gosh, you are, bro. That's wild.
Getting sweaty. What's your question?
Is there a little special someone, a little someone,
Yeah, I'm kind of talking to someone. Nothing crazy, nothing too serious.
That's cool.
Just getting to know.
How's that been?
Someone. No, you're good. You don't gotta ask too much questions. We're done there. It's been good. It's fun just getting to know someone.
Yeah, for sure.
And just conversate, learn about each other. Charging foul.
We don't have to drop a name, but I mean, I have a nickname that we know her as. Maybe we can just use that. Is that okay? Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah.
So boom.
Oh, your daughter. Yeah.
We're filming this at nighttime right now, and my daughter just went to sleep, and Miguel's so loud.
I am.
Anyways,
really loud.
For people out there,
So
we
loud.
know this, and I'm sure if you're watching this, you know who, Uncle.
No, she's definitely gonna watch.
Yeah, for
she's a
sure.
supporter.
No, I know. Uncle, you're awesome. I can't wait to meet you. I'm sure by the time that this is out, we've already met. But like we were talking, me and Miguel, I'm curious to know a little bit more about yourself, and I'm sure a lot of specific people might be curious as well whenever this news happens to just pop out. But Uncle, we'll go Uncle. Why Uncle? Why is this a nickname?
What we're gonna do
Not
is
that anyone really cares.
not talk about it anymore, because I think that's like the most important thing when you're just first starting to talk to someone.
For sure, I hear.
I don't know. You just gotta. There's too many people that want to know. There's this.
It's always about the tea, knowing about.
I know everyone.
Every detail.
Always,
Especially when people, and like, I don't want to talk bad about people at all, because we're all not perfect, but it's such a human thing
for sure.
want to know what's going on in other people's lives, and even more so to say that I know about what Miguel's doing and I know who he's talking about. Do you know what Miguel's talking to an uncle right now, and it's not really an uncle, it's actually a lady, and it's not a.
Is it?
It's, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it is about.
It's addicting.
It is addicting. It's for sure a drug. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Knowledge is a drug, bro. Like,
absolutely.
Knowing stuff and having information, like, dog, it's very dangerous. But yeah, as I was saying, like, it's kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, I kind of like to just keep it low key.
For sure.
I know you know, but for the people watching, like, you guys probably aren't gonna find out for a while. Like, hoping it works out. Or if it does work out, you guys will find out like later, not sooner than later, like later than later.
Yeah. So if you want the tea, just hit EJ up. He'll let you know everything.
Yeah, EJ just.
I'm kidding.
EJ just like to.
EJ's off
does it
camera.
in a cute way. EJ's like, ooh. It's a cute way, a very innocent way.
And
but
yeah, EJ's off camera, by the way. He's helping with some of the production stuff. EJ, can you like throw your peace sign over here just a little bit more? You can see.
Ooh, and one.
Just hop in here.
Foul.
Can you just put your head in here?
Say hi, Uncle.
Hi, Uncle.
But yeah, I just like to protect, kind of like.
For sure, absolutely, and that
especially
makes sense.
in the beginning stages, like.
Yeah.
When you have too many voices in like starting something, like even with starting JFF and me starting my business, or when I said I was gonna quit working at the church at the time, you know, like it should only be the people that you trust that kind of have a real voice in your life, and even in relationships, like, or more so in relationships, especially, like, you want to protect it, you know, just because, like, if there's too much voices, there's too much, like, gossip of, like, oh, well, why are you talking to him? Or why are you talking to her? Don't you know that this person used to do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
It just gets so, like, toxic
It's
and disgusting.
unnecessary information and unnecessary space taken up. You know what I mean? Like our minds, sometimes the way that I look at it, it's like our minds are like hard drives, you know what I mean? And when you fill that stuff up too much, then you can't operate perfectly, and you can easily fill that headspace up with so many random things that just don't need to be there, you know what I mean?
For sure.
So it's like, yeah, and like I like that you talked about that. Like I love talking to, you know, like you and EJ and Jesse and Jeremiah and my wife, obviously, about like things, and like for the most part I'll just kind of keep it there, you know what I mean, because I know it's like a safe place. It's a easy, I feel comfortable like talking obviously about like deeper things where I could process it first before I just go out and talk about it to other people, you know
100%.
what I mean? Like even with like JFF and all this kind of stuff that I'm doing with you and EJ and Jeremiah and Jesse, I held it so close for such a long time, and it's all really kind of just, there's a lot of reasons why it's kind of just coming up right now, but a lot of the reasons why I kept myself with this because I wanted to, internally process it and just kind of figure out what this is and who this is for me, and because there's so many.
Damn it!
Oh man, there's like so many attachments to it that I just would prefer not to share so many of those intimate things. You know what I mean? Out with the world right away because
for sure.
Like, I don't know if even that makes full sense.
No, 100%. You know what I mean? To where it's like, if you give the world or people too much access to your life, it gets to a point to where it's like there's none of it for you. Like for sure. You're not. Other people are enjoying it more than you are in a way.
Right, 1,000%.
Or it's like you can't really enjoy, let's say, your relationship that just started, or let's say your marriage or your business that you're trying to grow, like, or like this idea that you're trying to like plan out. Like you're not able to enjoy it anymore because too many people are voicing their opinions on it, and you're giving them too much access to your life. And
for sure,
I think obviously with social media, like there's like that want to share and want to people to know because it'll get likes or it'll get people talking, but it's like, I don't know, like what's cool is like to just only give social media maybe like 30% of your life, like the rest, like leave it to like yourself, like your closest friends, like you know what I mean?
That's cool. I like that idea a lot.
And like for you, like you're married. If you guys didn't know, Matt's married. But yeah, I guess I don't know, maybe you could tell people a little bit about yourself, how you were maybe able to keep that relationship and keep this business with entrusted people, and like kind of just more about yourself.
Sure. Score update, it's 55-50 and Miguel's winning right now. Again, he's the Chicago Bulls and I'm the Charlotte Hornets, and we're playing as the Lonzo Ball Bros. Lonzo's balls. We're playing with okay, I'm just gonna
COVID 2022.
Dude, crazy time. It's so funny, like thinking about sharing about yourself. So cringy. You make YouTube videos all the time. For people that don't know, Miguel, do you ever just watch your own videos outside of editing? Like, have you ever just like watched one of your videos?
Oh, dude, very rarely. Sometimes I do that where it
feels so unnatural to watch yourself and to listen to yourself. You know what I mean?
Dude, I mean, not my recent videos, but like my videos from like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. If I want to like remember a memory, like family trip or whatever, like I'll watch that.
Sure.
But like, fun fact, I always said to myself, like, if I'm the only one in the world, I'd be so fine with that because I think I'm the funniest person. I just entertain myself. Anyways, it's not about me anymore. It's about you.
So obviously, I mean, maybe not obviously. So I'm Matt. I'm 27 years old. I was born in Baltimore. Go Lamar Jackson, big trust, woo woo. Huge this guy. Huge Ravens fan. I'll ride or die with them for sure. Joe Flacco will always be my quarterback. Even though Lamar is the quarterback right now, JoJo for sure is and will always be my
He
team.
Actually won you guys a Super Bowl.
Exactly.
So.
1,000%. And he's still in the league. He's still pretty solid. He's
he's a good,
he's got an arm.
Good backup.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, he could probably start for a couple teams. But yeah, so been married for our anniversary was actually not that long ago. It's a few days ago, which is crazy to me. Been married for 4 years now. EJ, you're coming up pretty soon, which is super exciting on that 4-year mark, right? Yeah. What's here? What's
July
the
30th.
July 30th. Crazy. It's wild how fast time has flown. Like, you really think about it, like just.
It's wild how I'm just not married yet.
Your biggest thing was was 23 years old. I have a video. I remember him saying like he was gonna get married at 23, and it's fine that you didn't. And I think honestly probably better. But my wife and I, Esme, we've been married for 4 years now. And she's for sure my best friend. We can talk about anything, and she helps me with everything. And I literally could not operate well without her, for sure. Life would be a disaster. I wouldn't even have a house because this house technically is in her name.
All right.
So if you ever leave Esme, please don't take the house. She would actually
your choice.
That's her.
The kid or the house.
Dude, she would literally. The crazy thing is, she would get everything. She would get the house. She would get the kid. She would get. There's no way she'd get the dog. The dog.
Dude, your wife is a superstar, bro. She's literally the best. She's so supportive.
The definition of marrying up, for sure.
Dude, that's dope. That's cool that you're even able to like be humble and say that, you know.
Yeah.
Because I know as men, like, we like to put up a front with their pride and ego.
For sure.
But like, no, honestly, like, your wife is for sure like such a superstar. Like.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Couldn't agree anymore. It's crazy, especially because like our anniversary, like I said, was not that long ago, and just dwelling and kind of thinking and pondering about like the last 4 years, and it's crazy, just all the life that we've been through. But yeah, so we got our house. We're over in Valley Center, which is fun. We've been in here for a little bit over a year now, and what do I do? I work at Best Buy right now while I'm pursuing my dreams.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like I think people, and I do this to myself all the time, and I really genuinely am excited for the day that I get to put in my 2 weeks. Not to move on. Oh my gosh, why didn't I pull that right off the bat? I'm excited to put in my 2 weeks, and I don't know when that'll be, but I'm excited to put those 2 weeks in and put both of my feet fully into the idea of like running my own business, like you as well, and actively staying in the dream that I have right now fully. You know what I mean? Like I oftentimes look forward to that, but I know as well how important it is to be able to just stay grounded in what you have.
100%.
And I think it's so easy to let your mindset go into a position where like man, like I'm working, like, yeah, even that too, but like I'm working this like 8 to 6 job, 9 to 5, like
being discontent.
Yeah, exactly. And it's easy to get locked up in that mindset and start getting weird, in your mentals. But it's so important to just be able to take what you have and just be grateful for it, and like everything is a part of the process. You know what I mean? Nice 3. Like what my job now for Best Buy for sure has a role in the future of what JFF is. You know what I mean?
For
and like
sure.
There's learning in everything.
Season.
You know what I mean? And it's like it's easy because I catch myself doing this all the time, just getting so frustrated and so upset that I'm still working there. And I've been really working actually pretty intensely about like being mentally aware of my emotions and my mental state, and choosing to be grateful and thankful for the things that I have, and the job that I have, and the friends that I have, and the house, and XYZ. You know what I mean? Because I think if you can stay locked into that idea of being grateful and being aware of all the great things that you have, like you think about this, and I don't even necessarily want to jump around this topic that's going around the world right now, but like we live in America, you know what I mean? We live in, and yeah, there's some things going on here that, I mean, nowhere's perfect, right? There's no perfect place in the world.
Yeah.
But
except my arms.
You've been holding on to that one for a minute, I can tell.
No, it just flowed out. Anyways, it's not about me. Come on, Mickey.
Like, dude, people that bash on America, I get it, man. Like, it's not perfect.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm about to go off. Here we go. What are you?
Eat every popcorn.
No, but like, bro, you came here from a different country.
Oh, yeah, I know.
People come here, they're willing to die to come to America. And yeah, for sure, it's not perfect. But like, bro, dude, this is the only place where you can actually like start your own business without getting like.
Bro, I would not be able to do what I'm doing in
Dude,
the Philippines.
I know, in like other countries, and yeah, there's still like, okay, I even want to go crazy into this topic, but you're doing it to me. You're doing it to me, man. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna say it.
Be alone.
Like, it's crazy to think that in this country, with how broken it is as well, you still have so many opportunities to create the lifestyle that you want. You know 100%. What I mean? And it's like choosing to be grateful for that alone can open up so many great avenues in your mental health and in future opportunities. You know what I mean? Instead of focusing and dwelling and putting your energy. And really, honestly, this is me. Like, I'm not trying to just say this for other people to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll take on this mindset too. But like, I talk to myself every day, and I think people should do that more often. I think people should have conversations with themselves and just talk about what's going on and what they like and what they don't like and what's making them feel a certain type of way in their emotions. And I do this literally all the time. I talk to myself and tell myself like, oh, dude, like, you know, this is just part of the journey. This is just one step in the whole process. Like, take a deep breath, go on a walk, do mental health walks, and that's like a great thing to do. If you're stressed, just go outside, take a walk. But kind of.
I usually just take on myself.
Please,
snap out of it! Someone was ready to type, oh my god, you do that too? No, I don't, weirdo. Anyways, yeah, walks are good.
Oh, man, it's crazy how you can go on such a tangent. I think that's such a fun thing, and that's another reason why I really want to keep making these podcasts, is because I feel like some of the great conversations come from tangents. You know what I mean? Just kind of bunny trailing and hopping down some topic that you built out earlier. You know what I mean? But kind of rewinding a tiny bit, being able to do what I want for the most part, you know what I mean? And that's a big reason is because I'm here in America. If I were in China, I for sure couldn't do what I wanted, bro. Did you hear that? They're literally capping like your phone time. You have to, like, it's lights out at 9 o'clock.
That's
like, you
so
can't,
wild.
and like video games for kids, we couldn't do this. What time is it right now? It's 8. We have 56 minutes before China turns off our video game. You know what I mean?
That's wild.
Exactly. And so just thinking about the freedoms and the opportunities that we have, I think that alone is like something that I've been focusing on a ton. And that's been a huge fuel for me to be able to really like look forward to the day that I put my 2 weeks in and pursue the thing that I want to do, because I get to do that, but also knowing that I have this job and there's big things that are important to learn in the season that you're in your job, whether it's at Best Buy or at McDonald's or at Nordstrom Rack or XYZ.
For sure.
Like, you have bills to pay. You cannot like, this is something that I'm learning right now and that I've been learning actively. I can't pursue my dream if we don't have the money to do it. You know what I mean? Like, we need to be able to pay our bills. We have a mortgage to pay. We have a kid to feed. And like, luckily my wife has been very, very blessed to have a job where she can work at home and help alleviate some of the things that other people struggle with. And, you know, she has a good job that's paying her well enough to be able to help cover the majority of our bills. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, where I'm at in work, it's not what I'm supposed to be doing, but it's something that I need to do right now. You know what I mean? And learning to be content in it, and learning to take it day by day and learn lessons from the place that I'm in right now. Like, there's a lot of things that I can learn there. You know, communicating with people, communicating with strangers, learning to say like, hey buddy, you stole a phone case, put it back. Hey buddy, you took my idea for JFF, give it back. No, I'm kidding, but there's learning lessons in everything, like Miguel said, and being at my job right now is a learning lesson in itself. And been there for about 3 years now, which is crazy to me, because
3 years,
dude, I've never had a job longer than 2 years. I've never had a job longer than 2 years. This is the first job that, and I was telling EJ about this. I was telling you about this like before. Like, I've never had a job this long. It's depressing, but obviously, like my mentality towards it's different now. But yeah, it's crazy being in one spot for that long. But it's also not crazy to think like being in one spot that you love for so long would bring so much joy to your life. You know what I mean? And that's what I look forward to, especially with this JFF thing.
Yeah. What, like, I guess like the question is like, why are we doing this video? Why JFF? Like, why have you had this dream for so long, and why do you care so much about it, and why have you brought your best friends along? Like, yeah, basically this idea of just for fun, and all these things kind of stem from the dream that you've had. So like, kind of, I don't know, enlighten us into
Yeah, no, for
why.
sure. I mean, you basically said it. You basically said it like right off the bat. Like so JFF, just for fun, and it's kind of like a mindset that I really adopted and honed in on back in 2020 when COVID first hit and the lockdowns and all that kind of stuff, and we were basically stripped of all of our freedoms. And
oh my god. Amen, brother.
But yeah, so I remember trying to think of something that I wanted to do. I thought you were going to yam that.
Bro, he was supposed to.
Okay, so 2020 happened, COVID happened, and we're locked up and we couldn't go outside. And honestly, it was crazy how just like the world just stopped. Honestly, was a little nervous for a minute just hearing how severe everything was, but
then we found out they were pranking us the whole time.
yeah, I guess so. Just kidding. It's a legit thing.
It is.
Yeah, like people died. It's crazy, but I mean it's serious, and I don't think it's supposed to be as serious as it should be in regards to like, you know, like you have to wear a mask everywhere and shutting everything down and killing businesses and forcing little kids to wear masks and whatever. Okay, so we're not gonna fully dive into this topic. You can have your own opinions. I think everyone should have opinions. Everyone should have their own opinions and it shouldn't be canceled.
Don't cancel us, please.
Don't cancel people for having an opinion, honestly.
Fun fact, I used to say the N-word. Cancel that.
I'm pretty sure 99% of humans have, so it's like, bro.
Well, like, yeah, you just learn. You
Yeah, no, exactly. You learn. And yeah, there's people out there that are stupid and they stay in those, you know, mentalities and those mindsets and those cultures and whatever, and they should learn to move away from it, and, you know.
For sure.
Like,
yeah, bro, could you imagine if someone exposed me for saying to some of the things that I said to her? It's like,
bro, it's like,
they're like, no one support Miggy's business. No one go to his booth because he used to do that. I'd be like,
it's
bro,
wild.
Are you kidding me?
Like,
the real people know my character, and like obviously back then, I didn't have the character I have now.
Right,
so
exactly.
Like, that's what it's all about.
For
growth.
sure, 1000%.
And speaking about growth, I'm 6 foot.
Jesse's listening right now and probably just shaking his head like, no, he's not. No, he's not. I'm taller than him.
Oh, Jesse. But yeah, why JFF? I think you're finishing up.
These tangents, man, they're deadly. I really wanted to do things that I didn't have a label necessarily on them yet, but I wanted to try things out that I've, you know, always been curious about and wanted to see if I could actually do it, like video editing and videography and animation and YouTube. That was one of the biggest things. Was back in high school, I used to religiously follow this group. They're called Rooster Teeth. They're still around technically, even though they've had a pretty intense falling out the last few years within their company. But they were some people. There was a group of guys that just made content on YouTube, and they basically played video games like what we're doing. And I thought they were the funniest people, and they brought me so much joy and happiness and entertainment in my high school days. My group of friends, Joseph, Jason, Nathan, we religiously followed them. We even went to a convention. We drove out to Austin, Texas, summer of 2011 or 2012, I can't remember what it was, to go see these guys. And I remember standing in line for 6 hours just to shake one of the owner's hands, and it was so crazy.
That's commitment right there.
Yeah, that was a really fun weekend actually. But the reason why I bring that up is because I've always really wanted to kind of recreate what they were doing with my friends. But honestly, like back in the day, like I did not have the balls to do it. Like I thought that it was way too big of a task. I didn't even know how to create a video. And so one of the really cool things that happened in 2020 was I had an opportunity and I kind of took it, you know what I mean? Like I was like, all right, I'm just going to try. And so I hit Miggy up and I hit EJ up and we started, making content and making videos about our video games and skits and all that kind of stuff. And it was really fun. I actually had a lot of fun during that time. And that was kind of like the big kicker. It's like I wanted to do things that were fun. And I was really, back in the day, and I still am, convinced that you can make a lifestyle and a living doing the things that you want to do for fun and that you enjoy doing. And like a lot of people, like you probably hear this and you're like, duh, like I'm sure there's probably people out there that are living it and doing it. You know what I mean? But back then I was convinced that I could figure out how to take myself out of the equation of working at Chick-fil-A or Best Buy or XYZ, you know what I mean? And get paid doing the things that I love doing. For sure. I've always entertained this idea, like, man, I wonder if, like, YouTube could be like a career, or like gaming could be a career, or content creation could be a career. Damn, that was a good 3. Bro, you're taking off here. Shoot. Frick. Okay. One of the really hard things is like talking and playing.
Oh, for sure.
It's so difficult.
That's why you were winning earlier. But
I
now
know.
Because you're talking.
86-79, fourth quarter, 6 minutes left. But yeah, JFF, just for fun. Honestly, just trying to have fun with this. And I think right now, I don't think we are doing it right now. We're actively in the process of building this idea into a business. And that's what's happening right now. That's the dream. I've really taken that freedom aspect of, I live in America, so I'm going to start a business. I'm going to live the dream. I'm going to live the American dream. And yeah, I'm from here, but like there are other people that would kill to be in my position. And so I want to be able to take advantage of the opportunities that I have here for sure. But yeah, so JFF, starting a business, starting a company, just for fun. And I think it'd be fun at the end of the day, at the end of my life, that I was able to say to my daughter and to my future kids that aren't here yet, because we want like 3 to 4 more. So, or 2 to 3 more. 4 total. 3 or 4 total would be tight. That I was able to start a business and have a successful business because I wanted to do it for fun. You know what I mean? Yeah, so JFF, just for fun productions. There's a lot of things, and kind of like where Miggy was earlier in the conversation, I don't really want to disclose every single thing, just because some of them are legit business opportunities and business ideas, and it would be very, very sad if somebody took it. And I'm not doing anything that hasn't been done before, obviously, but there's some specific really cool things that I want to do, that I think are more meaningful to hold until the right time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think one thing that I'm kind of thinking about too, like, there's insecurities with starting something, and like,
oh, for sure, dude. Like, I'm sorry to cut you off, but like,
no, you cut me off. I'm just kidding.
Dude, one of the biggest reasons why I like stopped with the whole JFF and took a big pause was because honestly, I got way too in my head, and I was way not mature enough to be able to be doing what I want to do. For sure, that's why it stopped. That was one of the big reasons. I just wasn't mature enough to handle this big idea of a company, because I didn't know I could turn it into a company. Man, shoot, dude. 91.79. Damn, pulling away.
Well, yeah, no, I think like, would even just with my own business too, like, I remember my first event Like, I was like, bro, what if no one buys clothes for me and they don't like the stuff that I have on my clothing racks? Like, what if no one buys anything? Or like, I remember when I first would post on social media, what if everyone makes fun of me? What if this video doesn't do well? And like, all that stuff is part of the process, you know?
For sure.
And I think that's the one thing I just want to say, like, dude, don't be afraid to fail, you know? Like, failure is such a huge part of life. And like, it's so cliche. And the reason why cliches are because they never change. It's always going to be the same exact sayings of don't be afraid to fail. Don't turn your L's into lessons. You know what I mean? It's all cliches. That's because it's all true and it'll never change. You know, like, don't be afraid of failure. Don't be afraid to get up and try again and fail again and then succeed and then succeed again and then fail again and succeed again. You know what I mean? Like, don't be caught with the ups and downs of, like, the things that you're trying out, you know? Just be level-headed as much as you can. And honestly, like, as long as you know that you're putting in your best foot forward and your best effort, let the results be the results, you know? You can't fully control every outcome.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I think that's really good. That's great stuff. Preach.
And so, wherever you guys are at, bow your head, close your eyes.
You work at the church again, yeah?
I do.
How long have you been working there? I know we're kind of jumping ship a little bit with the conversation, but
I think like it's been a month now since I've worked at the church again, and I'm doing it part-time just because obviously right now my business is my number one focus and the most time-consuming thing, and so I'm doing 20 hours there, and I'm doing something that I actually really enjoy, which is like people, you know. I'm leading up a ministry at my church. It's a junior high ministry, so everyone from 6th to 8th grade. So like doing classes and like doing the curriculums, doing that kind of thing, and like finding leaders, talking to leaders, all these kind of things. But yeah, I'm enjoying it and just being able to balance it. And so yeah, it's a pretty crazy season of life right now. So I'm just trying to really make sure that I steward my time well with everything.
You for sure are a grinder. You know how to just fill your time up with stuff. But it's cool, man. I mean, like, it's an admirable thing for sure to give back to the kids and the church and your local community and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, that's a really cool thing. Sorry, we're like in the last 50 seconds, so I'm just gonna hone in here.
Oh, dude, I won. I didn't even realize it's already almost.
Damn, yeah, that's
over.
it. Damn.
You know what's crazy though? Talking about like us taking these ideas and like turning them into dreams.
For sure.
What's crazy is that like we're both Filipino, and so like that's, I don't know about you, but my mom took it very hard when I stopped going to school because she had this idea of because my sister graduated from USD, the top of her class, and so my mom had this like expectation, and so when I told her, dude, she cried, and like, yeah, I don't know what it was like for you, but my mom was in tears when I quit school. And so that was a little hard thing to kind of like conquer in your mind, to where it's like the parents, Filipinos, Asians, like you're supposed to be this, supposed to be that, you know. I don't know. Maybe you can share a little bit about what your experience was.
No, for sure. And I think like even just like your parents and my parents, they came here with a different culture, with a different like upbringing. You know what I mean? And so like it was unconventional, really, for that entire like generation to not go 100%. To school. You know what I mean? Like rather now, it's almost more common for the average, you know, like 20-year-old whatever to not go to college and to pursue a entrepreneurial idea or a business or go into a specific trade. You know what I mean? Like it's more common for our generation, at least from what I understand, and even hearing my buddies and random people out there what they're doing and what route they did. Like you and I, we both went to college for a chunk of time. I didn't fully, you know, I didn't get my BA or anything like that. but like I don't think college is the answer for everybody.
I won, guys, by the way.
Yeah, you did.
99-93.
Congratulations. I'll get you next time.
You're saying?
But like college, I don't think that college is for everybody. You know what I mean? I think
definitely not for me.
college is successful for, like, I'm not saying that it isn't for everybody, but there are some people out there that will thrive with that type of learning education.
For
you know
sure.
what I mean? And some people won't, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, there's great people that have accomplished great big things that didn't go to college.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like, it's not for everybody. And I think you can get a lot of great things from college. I think you should, for sure, you know, if you're in high school, junior high, like, stick well with what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's a lot of great things that you're going to get by being diligent with your education in high school and in junior high and in elementary school and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to college and pursuing a further education,
career, job.
Yeah, like, I think there's so many things out there that you can do that don't require a degree.
Yeah.
I think, like, I mean, you even think about this idea, like the stigma with tattoos and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
And stigma.
like stigma. Yeah, like a stigma. You know, you guys know what stigmas are, right? Like when you stigma. This is Candace. Oh, ligma.
Oh, bofa.
We're really still like 13-year-olds, 12-year-olds.
I know, we're still always going to be so into slob bunnies.
Slob bunny? What's a dude, you got me so good on that one.
Did I actually?
You got me. Yeah, you got me. I knew that it was going to go towards something, but you played it out so long that I was just like, all right, maybe he actually is serious about this. Like, what the hell's a slob bunny?
Well, the one I came up with was, hey, would you prefer to be cute? Would you prefer to be called by your girl like cute or handsome? And they'd be like, handsome. I'd be like, oh, well, why don't you handsome that? Anyways,
So dumb.
this is why we didn't go to college. This is why we didn't finish college.
Probably, honestly.
But no, I know for me, like, there has to be a point to where you, like, realize where am I going to school just for myself or just for my mom
for
or
sure.
for my parents or for myself.
For sure.
Because I had to face that reality of, like, dude, like, I'm forcing myself to go to school to try and make my mom proud of me just for a piece of paper. And if you're doing that, like, if you're truly like enjoying school and like want to get a degree and the piece of paper means more to you than just a piece of paper, like, for sure. But for me, it's legit just a piece of tree that was chopped down with ink printed on it. And to me, it's like, that's just such like the traditional way to impress your mom and your like family, like especially Filipinos. I had to like have a conversation with my mom, like, hey, like, I wasn't wired like that, you know, like, I don't think God wired me to be this type of person, just boom, 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 robotic. I have to be free flowing, and like, Ma, like, I told her, like, you have to let me be me, and I promise you, I'm a good kid at heart, to where it's like, I'm not gonna do anything crazy or illegal. I will make you proud, you know, like, and like, thankfully enough, like, I'm in this position to where like, my mom is very proud of me, you know. She like sees what I do in my business, and she sees how I love on kids, at youth, at church, like, and she's so proud of me. And so, like, I think just wherever you are at in your life, if you're finishing up your doctorate, if you're finishing up community college, like, find something that you love, you know. If you love studying, going to school, and sometime like being a doctor or a nurse, like, bro, go for it. Like, that's for sure like solid money.
Yeah, and there's people that need to do that, you know what I mean? Like, we need people to become doctors, we need people to become,
for sure,
like lawyers, so that they could
100%
like keep us safe and, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we need police officers.
Absolutely.
And, like, just slide that in there. we need like in reality we all don't need a content creator.
Yeah, no, sure.
We don't need a lot of those. There's too much already.
Yeah, no,
They're throwing me down the algorithm.
way too many people.
I'm not on the For You page enough. But like, yeah, wherever you're at, like, be yourself and know yourself, and like, be able to have like your 18 to like 25, or all the way up to 29 to like discover. There's no pressure in becoming something or someone at such a young age, and then that's where it can get so dangerous, to where like people get depressed and anxious, or it's like they're holding themselves to such a high standard. What I found in myself first was like, dude, like, who am I? Like, and like build everything else around who I am, and like pursue things around who I am. Because at the end of the day, if I'm not being myself in my business, it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be sustainable. If I'm not myself around my position at church, being someone that's fun, bringing the energy, the atmosphere, like, it's not going to be sustainable.
Right.
If I'm not myself in whatever I'm doing in life, like, it's not going to be sustainable. It's not going to be substantial. There's not going to be real effects and change in my life and people around me. And so, more importantly, like, I want to say, like, dude, like, discover yourself and find yourself. Be around people, be around a community that like helps you find yourself. And I know for me, like, being around church, being around my best friends, all those kind of things kind of help me kind of discover my confidence in myself and my ability to be confident and secure, and like pursue these things and be ready to fail, and be ready to have those days when I hit multiple thousand views, or I have a day to where I think it's going to hit multiple thousand views and it only hits a couple hundred views, and like having that mindset and ability to be like, that's okay, I'm going to keep going. And so, like, wherever you're at, if you're doing school, if you're pursuing fashion, if you're pursuing gaming, business, whatever it may be, like, make sure you're staying authentic to yourself, and like you said, like, do it for fun. Like, make sure that you're having fun along the way. No one wants to do things because they have to. Like, obviously there's discipline, there's putting in the work, but like at the end of the day, there has to be a want to in there, you know? No,
for sure. Absolutely. I think that's super solid stuff. Yeah, I mean, part of like the podcast thing and the whole JFF thing, one thing for me, like one of the biggest things for myself, and obviously you know this and EJ knows this, and like my close guys know this, but I want to be able to pursue the things that I want to do, obviously, but I also want to help people along the way. For sure. People that don't know some of my story, the most recent thing for me prior to this whole JFF thing was that I was in school for fire. Technically still am. There's a little hiatus going on because I can't go on campus right now, which is, it is what it is. But
you're not vaccinated.
Keep those needles away, bro. No, but like, I mean, did nothing wrong. I don't have anything against that stuff. It's just I'm with where I am with my family. We're just not choosing that route, which is cool. People are allowed to do whatever they want to do. Anyways, another topic for another day.
Bro, I feel like I just keep egging you on.
Dude, but he's like, no, don't talk about it. Don't talk about Ukraine.
Dude, we need first person we need to hire is a PR person.
Oh, for sure, and the lawyer, just in case.
Lawyer and PR.
No, but like, so fire was right before this, and I'm basically what's so, dude, it's such a bummer, and I think about this often. That I literally have 2 classes left, and then I'm a certified firefighter, and I'm good to go. But taking everything as a learning lesson, and just like understanding the season that I'm in, and just learning to be content and happy and find opportunities within themselves, within those weird periods of time where you think that you're supposed to be doing something, and then like something just side tracks you, or like hits you from like the rear or whatever, and like you have no idea what's going on. Learning to figure out what can you do in those moments to take advantage of the time and all that kind of stuff, and make the most out of it and learn the most out of it. It's kind of where I'm at right now, because like I can't further my my fire education career. And I think I'm going to finish because, like, for me, I want to be able to finish something that I started, just like mentally, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to, like, you know, like, I started this, I had such a big desire and passion. Maybe there's still something there, you know, like, I think it'd be cool to be like a volunteer firefighter, aside from, you know, running a business and a company.
Yeah.
But like within that idea of where I was with school, and, you know, like, I've always wanted to help people, you know, that's why I chose fire. If it wasn't for fire, I would have chosen, you know, like, something more in, like, the hospital realm, or like you know, the police realm, or anything that
like
goes.
A pastor.
Yeah, for sure. Anything that the Lord calls me to, yes and amen, for sure. This is my calling. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be a businessman right now and help people pursue their dreams and get to where they're supposed to be. And I think one of the biggest reasons why I want JFF to be successful is because I want it to be a platform where I and we can help other people do what they want to do. And like I said before, I'm so firm on this idea that we can make what we're doing for fun into a career that could take care of our lives. I think that there's so many opportunities out there for everybody in America, in this world. You can make it. Like, I genuinely believe that for myself and for you and for us and for EJ and for all the people that are listening and watching. Like, you have an opportunity to be able to create the life that you want to, and it's really just up to you. And I want to be, for people, like, a helping hand. You know, I think JFF can be something like that. I want to help people, and doing this is something that I know can help people. And even like having these conversations, like, I know, you know, this is our first podcast, but I'll be talking with other people that have been successful in their journeys. You know what I mean? Like, being able to start something, and maybe even people that are in the beginning processes. Like, I would love to talk with people and have conversations of like how you just get started doing something with music, or how you just get started with running a coffee shop, or XYZ, you know what I mean? Or like, what's the process of becoming a doctor? You know, like, hearing those takes from individuals like yourself and all the other people that we'll have on here, it's super valuable to hear the journey and the story and the process that it takes. Because, like, tying it back to everything here, we can make it if we just choose to put our feet forward in the next step. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be a content creator, you can do it. If you want to be a doctor, you can do it. Just take the next steps. And starting is always so hard. Like, it's so hard to start something, especially if you're doing it alone. Like, that's why, like, having you know what I mean, and you and Jesse and Jeremiah and, like, Miko and Nick and all, like, the people in our Discord community that are, you know, like, we're close. Like, it's great to have people that can just stand with you when you're pursuing your dreams. You know what I mean? Like, 100%. It doesn't have to be just a lone wolf thing. I think it's so easy, especially for guys. I know girls struggle with this as well, but, like, I'm just gonna do it by myself. I'm just gonna make a way. My family couldn't help me, and there's circumstances and situations where, like, it's difficult for sure to ask for help, and, like, family and friends, and, like, I don't have friends, and my family sucks, and, like, my family hates me, and, like, I've been exiled from this group or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I've been
canceled. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much of that going on. You can do it, and I think having a group of people around you and surrounding you and behind you is going to help so much more. And, like, with what we're doing, I think we can be that for some people. I think even people that are listening, I'm sure most of our Discord is probably going to be, like, the people that are really listening to this. Like, dude, if you're listening from our Discord community, our JFF Discord community, like, pursue the things that you want to do. If you want to be a professional gamer, just F it and go for it. Like, you can do it. Like, it might take time. It's going to take energy. It's going to take hours of getting in front of your console or whatever and practicing and making time to, you know, perfect your craft. but like
saving
you can
money
do it
for a PC.
Yeah.
Money.
Like you can do it. Everything is revolved around people. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, everything that we're doing is revolved around people. And this is just one of those tangents again. But like, we want to help get people going, and with Just for Fun Productions and all that we're doing. Like, we want to get people moving towards their dream, moving towards what they want to do in their careers, and I'm so excited to be able to like just have an opportunity to do this, but also do this with like my best friends. You know what I mean? Like it's literally the American dream. It's crazy being able to do this.
Quite a tangent, huh?
Yeah, super tangent. It's a super tangent. So, Uncle, wanna?
Hey Siri, FaceTime Uncle.
That will still always be the funniest thing ever. Just to like, if you're listening, if you made it this far into our conversation,
This is a little like
this
bonus.
is just this is a bonus. We're I hope
hanging out as a group.
Yo, what if she's watching this, and she's like,
There's no way she's watching this deep.
I know, there's for sure not. But if she ended up like sick, keep watching our stuff, please. But we were all messing around, and I don't know. We were at Jesse's house, kind of setting his PC up, because we hooked him up with a PC, and we're getting it set up and everything. And I don't know how this person got brought up, but she did. And let's just say it was one of your exes, and we won't say her name. We won't say her name. But he was like, hey, like, you know what? I'm just gonna call her. Hey Siri. Yeah, he's like, hey Siri, FaceTime, and then he said her name, and then Siri is like, FaceTiming. And bro, we thought for a second that we were in the clear, but if you FaceTime somebody, it's faster.
Through, bro.
It's faster than the speed of sound,
bro. It's goes so before you even hit send. It's almost like Apple knows like you said FaceTime.
Like you're putting your finger down, and you haven't even touched the green part to call, and it's like it already calls.
And so it's like she didn't text me right after. She didn't call me back right after or anything. I was like, okay, like she's just got weirded out. It's not gonna hit me up.
Yeah.
But then an hour later, she FaceTimes me, bruh. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I definitely didn't answer. And she was like, "Did you mean to call me?" I said, "No, sorry, accident." It was so awkward, bro. And so if you're watching this, call me again.
Stupid.
Please don't. Please don't.
He's talking to someone, okay? Uncle.
Yeah, I have an uncle.
You have an uncle. Oh my gosh, dude, that was probably the funniest thing. Just like testing it out, like, oh, maybe she didn't get the FaceTime.
If we just shoot, and we tested it.
Yeah, no, that's how we found out.
Or I FaceTimed you and it went through right away, bro.
It was
so
on the taptic touch. Like once that finger hit that screen, it was.
You know what it reminds me so much of, like back in my Facebook days, or like just all these days of like I'd be like, I was so thirsty, bro.
Should we go and log into your Facebook app and just go through your?
I deleted.
I think we should.
All my Facebook accounts. I deleted my Facebook account.
Look him up. If you're out there and you're made this far, type in Miguel Vito Patron and see if you can find him.
But what I used to do back in like middle school, freshman year, I was not good looking yet. Yet is the key word.
The asterisk right there.
But like I would DM girls and they wouldn't reply, and I'd just be like, "Oh, sorry, my friend was on my phone," and they'd be like, "Oh, it's okay," and I'd be like, "Anyways, what's up?" And they would reply again, and that's when I'd just be like, "Okay, this is embarrassing."
Yo, those were like the trench days. You know what I mean? Like
bro,
we're grinding and hustling
your shot at
just
everyone.
to get some girl to respond back.
Bro, I would go on Friends. I would add a girl. As soon as they added me back, I'd DM them, and I'd go through their mutual friends.
Dog, I would be so annoyed. On Facebook, I think it's Facebook, where you can poke people.
Oh
Dog, I would have overwhelming poking wars with people, and it's like,
not the poke.
bro, I remember like being at school, and this is like in high school, like my freshman year, like, oh, I poked you.
Bro, now if you say that, it's like SA
yeesh.
alert.
Golly, honestly.
But oh man, if you made it this far, that's some bonus questions, bonus
Seriously.
answers right there that no one even asked questions about.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys want to hear more embarrassing stuff, like let us know. I'm down to share.
Yeah, we'll for sure like do this again. This is like,
I have the most hilarious first.
we would
sleepover
have done
story.
this. We just decided to put a camera and like a microphone and have EJ
For
do
sure.
some B-roll. You know what I mean? Like we're already gonna do. We've already been doing stuff like this. I think.
Always talking
Yeah, like
random stuff.
there should be more people out there that should be doing stuff like this, because like you're the only you out there. I'm the only me out there with my stories. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's more fun
100%.
hearing people and the stories that they have and the experiences that they have, and some people, will stick and some people won't, but it's all good. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just keep pushing forward, do your thing.
100%.
It's been fun. Yeah.
It's super fun, man.
Yeah, I it's crazy because like I was thinking about this even like just for a podcast, like whether this becomes something big or not. Like I don't really care. I mean, I do care. Obviously, I do care. Like I want to do well with everything that I do, and I care about being successful. I care about like affecting people, and I care about being able to expand what we're doing.
Effective.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't want to just say like, oh, I don't care about the numbers, I don't care about like the production, I don't care about the content. Like I do, I really do. I'm not trying to be like a selfish person where that's all I care about. That's I think where I'm going to rewind a tiny bit. Like having these things like as a virtual library, I think is fun. Like seeing our first podcast, seeing like the first of something and backtracking, and I hope later down like 5-10 years from now we can look back at 1,000 episodes of whatever we did, you know what I mean? I'm just like, dude, how crazy life was, and how thirsty Miggy was, and
How old Uncle is.
oh man, and yeah, honestly,
Who is Uncle?
who's uncle?
What is an uncle?
Who's uncle? Why is Miguel talk? What? Who did he FaceTime?
Who is Uncle? But it's
yeah.
all just memories, man.
Exactly,
It's all just fun,
chopping
up, like,
exactly.
and then maybe one day we'll have the actual score of the game or the actual game playing
Honestly,
when we do it.
yeah,
Maybe we'll
for
play
sure.
FIFA. Maybe wherever we're talking, maybe the whole setup's different. Whatever it may be, man. It's always just fun to have new beginnings, new starts, and just this is like the thing that we said. Don't be scared to start something. Don't be scared to shoot your shot. Just got to go for it. And so wherever this takes us, wherever this leads us, we're young, we're down to have a first episode, you know what I mean? Like down to learn from it, grow from it, and
Absolutely.
we're down to see where it'll take us for sure. So
Yeah.
if you guys did enjoy it though, hit the little little comment, share it with a friend, share it to the girls you think the uncle is, and share it to the girls that you think want to know who uncle is, or share who you think the person was that accidentally FaceTime. However it may be.
What's
man.
crazy is nobody really knows this uncle thing. You know what I mean? Like it's so well kept within a small circle
for sure.
that
For sure.
like even when this comes out, it's gonna shock so many people that know who you are. You know what I mean? Like for the random people that don't know who you are, it's like, who the dog? Like stop talking about uncle. This doesn't make any sense. You know
And
what
what the cool thing is about my uncle is that even if it doesn't work out, y'all will never know.
It's so true. Straight facts.
So it's like, shout out to my uncle, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to my uncle. Uncle Kiss! Just kidding. Let's just end the episode now before I continue.
Yeah, honestly. Please like, share, and subscribe, and do all that stuff. You already know the whole
Appreciate
YouTube script or whatever.
Algorithm.
Just, if you do it, cool. If you don't, whatever. But do it anyway because it'd be cool, and it'd show that you like our stuff, and I'd appreciate that a lot.
100%.
Anyways,
Thank you for having me, man.
Absolutely, bro.
My dog. Love you, dude.
Love you, homie.
Love you guys. Peace out.
that was fun.
Boom.
That was good.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Dude. How long was it? Just under 2 hours. Fun. That's cool.
Bro, we talked for a while.
We did. Yeah, that was fun.